you. Now we are going to welcome Correia de Barros. She will be the first she will inaugurate the session on health and medical devices. Correia de Barros is currently the head of Human-Centered Design at Fraunhofer AICOS. Anna is a senior researcher in the field of design and interaction applied to health products and services, particularly in aging, chronic diseases and disability. Practicing human-centered and inclusive design with a strong focus on qualitative user research, she has a background in industrial design, a PhD on assistive products for stroke survivors, and a professional path spanning industry, academia, and private research. Anna's presentation is entitled Design, Diagnosis, and Prescriptions, and in the end of the presentation there will be some room for questions. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Joanna, for the introduction. Thank you to CCG, particularly PIU, for the invitation. Very honored and happy to be here, and I hope not to disappoint you. So I am a designer, and you might be expecting a beautiful presentation. It's not the case, and I'm not going to present solutions, rather doubts that we have. So a little bit the dirty work. So in interaction, you will get, in UX, you'll get lots of recommendations and guidelines on how to do things. And so I just searched UX plus here's how, and I got 6.5 million hits. And I'm trained as an industrial designer, so when I was studying, these were the principles of good design. So many of you might know this. I suppose this should be probably is being shown all around the world today. These are the principles by a very well-known designer called Dieter Hans. And you see him, he was a designer for Pan. You see some examples. Good design is innovative, aesthetic, unobtrusive. And in 2017, Tobias von Schneider did like a tongue-in-cheek version of this for the tech industry. Where good design is not innovative, but disruptive, not aesthetic, but A/B testing whatever people say they want to look at. Or good design is not, should not be intrusive, but should be about notifications. Well, I'm fortunate enough to work in a research center where we have some time to think about the choices that we make and the evil that we cause. This is a session about good and evil. Not that we always do the good thing, quite the contrary, I'm afraid, because it's really difficult to do the right thing. So this center is called Fraunhofer AICOS. Fraunhofer is the largest organization of applied research in Europe, and in Portugal, our center is devoted to research in digital technology. And I suppose that the reason we're invited here today is that we develop devices for healthcare, so around skin lesions, or, by the way, this is called 3D printed, diagnosis of screening of diabetic retinopathy, or microscopy solutions. And what we try to do in every challenge in our group, in our 80 so researchers, is to try to look at these challenges from 3 different perspectives in combination. So we have the perspective of people. We are intrigued by people, by their behaviors, their routines, and the context they live in. We are really intrigued by this. And then we have the perspective of things. So things that people use, and how we could better design those things to merge into this context that we have found by looking into people and their routines. And then we have the layer of intelligence, where we are looking at ways of augmenting human capability in terms of reasoning and dealing with information. So people, things, and intelligence. This is what we try to bring to every challenge. Quite a mess, as you can see. It's quite difficult to combine these. And these are actually our 3 research groups. So in technical terms, this would be human-centered design, cyber-physical systems, and artificial intelligence. My group is a group of human-centered design. And in this topic of good and evil, we witness firsthand the effect of design, or good design or bad design, on people, namely through this cohort of around 1,000 research participants that we have working with us in the projects. From user research to co-creation and to technology assessment, usually in the field, because this is where we feel more comfortable, so in context. So I told the team that I was coming here and I asked, what would be the examples of good and evil design that you have to do? Coincidentally, in the past I had a paper called Design, Body, Pain and Evil, and I didn't want to talk about the same thing again. So I asked them, and the first insight that I got were about 15 people, so was that it's really easier to think about evil examples. We will see then what the results turns out to be outside. And so these are some of the examples that they give me, not all the examples. So dark patterns, I'm sure you're all familiar with this, right? So this is intentionally evil and misguiding design. Overload, so this is a recent news when medical doctors wanting to ditch IT because they complain that they have so many systems that are not integrated they have to use, and they feel that they're getting in the way of their doing a good job. Or when we don't think about the product life cycle. This is an image from the largest e-waste dumping site in Ghana, where people are dying at the age of 20 due to cancer because of this dumping. So this reminded me of a sentence that I read a long time ago when I was studying Manfred Max Neef. It cites Wilhelm Busch that says, roughly, the good is just the bad that we don't do. So we trying to keep an eye on the evil, so to take it away, but it's really hard to do the good thing. And in order to do this good thing, we try, as I said, to look at the experience of people, try to understand how this technology might be useful in their everyday life. Sometimes the problems people have cannot be solved by technology, right? So and often we think about experience something like this, like I've got one day that you see here in the bottom, a new sign-in experience. Not talking about this kind of experience, I'm talking about everyday lives and our everyday lives and behaviors, how we communicate with one another, what's important for us, you know, the meanings that are attributed to things. We know people's paths, what we will do. This is a form of asynchronous communication because of what I know about this person, that she will get out and she will read my message. Our behaviors on hacking technology to do just what we wanted to do because it's not fitting our purpose at the time, and the clues that we leave behind while behaving about our preferences, what we like to do. So our group is about looking at these things, a little bit obsessed with this, healthy obsession. And we also try to do this for every project that we are involved in. And so this means that we go into people's homes and try to understand as much as possible the context in which they live and where the technology will fit there in the end. And we also interview people. So this is an example of very old project that we have. You will see quite outdated, but I thought it could get the message across. So this is one interview that we did with a person with Parkinson's disease. So I'll be talking about Parkinson's disease and what doctors want for us and what we want. What doctors want in their best of intentions and what we want. So this person is just told me that she discovered she had Parkinson's disease only when she read a medication box. So this was her experience of entering into the disease. This person was telling me about a device that he was sold. So he was a clinical private practitioner, sold me a bracelet that I use on the arm, and when I speak low, this is one of the symptoms of Parkinson's disease. The light doesn't turn on, has an LED, and when I'm speaking on the volume, it would come out. So what happened then was that people would be asking about this device instead of paying attention to the message. So he got rid of it. So technology was really getting in the way. And in a project that we had a long time ago, you will see a very long time ago, doctors were asking us to provide a mobile solution for Parkinson's disease that will assist people in, medical doctors in remote monitoring the disease. And we were very concerned about usability. How can we make this touch screen usable for people with Parkinson's disease? We were publishing papers and doing all kinds of experiments and coming up with guidelines about how to do it. We managed to have pretty good levels of usability, and we were doing this together with people. And then in one of the discussions, I happened to listen to a conversation about two people with Parkinson's disease who were discussing their symptoms in that day. So the symptoms are very different, they vary a lot throughout the day. They're very different from one person to the next. And I said, well, we're collecting all these data with these sensors. Maybe we should just give the data back to people and see what see if this is of any use to them. So we didn't have time to test it or anything because we spent all of our time testing usability. And so we just gave the data back about one day so that people could make relations about the choices that they made, their behaviors. And then the system went into field trials in 4 countries. And we were tracking the use of the app. And what we got was, if you see this screen over here, this is that screen of the visualization, had no interaction. But you see how cluttered it is. People really wanted to interact with these data. And you see here to the right something that the medical doctors had asked us, so questionnaires to check about the symptoms for remote monitoring. These were pop-ups, and it says something like, you got a new questionnaire, would you like to answer it now? And then you have the top button saying yes, and the bottom button saying no. So this was the response of the participants. And then, okay, we got the meaning, but then if we evolve this and we try to bring it into the market, can we work on the introduction of this technology? How will it work in this service? Who will be giving this technology? I don't know if Alison Burrows is here. She has had very good work in this field. And then, if you manage to get this through, so you're thinking of doing everything right, so this is good, yeah? So we are building good layers on top of one another. And then, at the moment, we are asking ourselves, but are we making people dependent on this healthcare technology? So we are giving this, and when people don't have this healthcare technology for self-management of their disease, what is our responsibility? What are we doing? So these are the kinds of dilemmas that we are facing in our research group, and I would be really keen on listening to what your dilemmas are on good and evil design. So I'm afraid we have no response to this. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. We have room for questions. If you have a question, I would ask you to tell us your name and where you come from. Manuel has a microphone.
usability thing applied on the health, on the well-being of people. I am from Alsis, but I will also be delivering the talk later. And I have one question for you regarding, you had had a pool of 1,000 researchers and
Research participants.
research participants.
Yeah.
So, these are people with health problems.
So most of them, thank you for the question. So the question was about our research participants that I showed you before. So we got our cohorts, our volunteers. Because we need to do this one in the field, I think this is called human-centered design after all. So we need people and we need to learn about their experiences. We started building collaborations with organizations who had access to people. We started working with people with older adults, like people with chronic diseases. So we're doing partnerships with associations or patient associations or organizations that provide care, and also individual volunteers who subscribe to our activities. And they are the most precious assets that we have. So we're very grateful for these bunch of people giving us their time, and we recruit them regularly. So we regularly go out into the field. We ask people if they would be willing to participate in our activities, or whether we could go into their homes and maybe see how they do things. And yes, it's blessing them.
Okay, my question is, how do you process this data that is coming from all these volunteers? And what are the profiles of these volunteers? Are they all know about health issues, or they are just from also from other areas?
Yes, it really depends. So we were building the network based on the projects and our interests. So sometimes it's difficult, for instance, to find people, significant group of people with dementia similar characteristics, for instance, or people with Parkinson's disease. It's also a challenge. But we also have caregivers in the network, not just people with chronic diseases. Some people have no chronic disease. Some people still have psychologists or physical therapists or occupational therapists. And we have one person in-house who is responsible just for managing this network and relationships. So our researchers will ask, I would need to get in touch with this kind of profile, and she will do the contact with the field and ask to do the recruitment with the organizations or with the individual subscribers. So we have built our own CRM for this.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
More questions?